so hard not to just want to snack on these all day. P. Allen Smith joining us here on GMA this morning to talk more about soybeans, and you wouldn't even know it. Soybeans, you think of just real dry, maybe a health cash crop, but there's so much that soybeans are actually in. We know they're in food, but we're learning more and more now that they're being used in other products in everyday life.
That's why they call them the miracle bean.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about some of the things that
aren't these great?
These are great. What are these?
Well, they're just an oven-baked crisp that are made. It's made with soy, and I mean, I can't put them down. You know.
I'm just can't eat one all break.
You know, these products over here, Chris, I think are worth pointing out. This time of year, particularly when it's been so hot and dry, hopefully we'll get Melinda to send us some rain.
That's what we've been asking her for.
This is an SPF of 85 made with soybean oil. Really? Not petroleum, but soybean oil.
Natural.
All natural. And then there's also a bee balm for people to consider. It's an SPF of 15, which I think is really great. And then these other things that we apply to our bodies this time of year include, you know, some sort of insect repellent. This is all natural, made with soybean oil.
Really? See,
yeah.
So they found so many different ways to use this product in all these everyday uses because they're natural and they can serve as replacements for something like petroleum.
Well, you know, virtually anything that you can make with petroleum in terms of plastics and these sorts of emollients and so forth can be made with the oil derived from soybean. And we produce so many soybeans here in the state.
That's right.
It's amazing. I mean, it's a $1 billion industry. And if you're into supporting local like I am, which I think is so important, you know, why not buy things that are made with soybeans? Because we're supporting our local economy. I mean, we have 75 counties in the state, and 50 of them produce soybeans.
That is incredible. It's become such a huge industry. And like you said, it's hard to wrap your head around a $1 billion industry.
Well, it comes from 3.2 million acres of soybean production in Arkansas alone. So we're among the top 10 states that produce soybeans in the nation, of which I'm very proud of.
That is something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, we have our outdoor protection, you know, from insects and the sun, but now we need the picnic, the food, and this is a great spread you brought in. What all do you have
Well,
here?
It's just a reminder to folks that this time of year there are all kinds of things that you can buy that are appropriate for going out. You may go to a ball game, you may have a picnic, you may have a family reunion, but these soy nuts are really great. And they're good for you.
A little salted.
Yeah, they're excellent. And you know, used to you'd buy those at a health food store, pick them up at Kroger now. They're part of the mainstream. This is a trail mix that we made, you know, the same recipe several months ago.
I remember that.
You can pick that up on the miraclebean.com website. This recipe is there. And then this is a wonderful summer salad. Now you see the green beans in this. That's actually edamame. That is a type of soybean that is harvested fresh. I mean, this is the bean that we all know.
Yes.
You know, from the field dried. But this is the green bean, edamame. And this salad it's just really good, by the way. This is on my website, pallensmith.com, so if folks want to make that. It's so healthy.
And so beautiful.
Well, I think it is, too.
It really is.
Great colors. You know, the great thing about soybeans is over the past 40 years have been 80 studies that indicate that soybeans actually consistently lower that bad cholesterol, that LDL. So I think, you know, if you want to trim down a little bit, you know, you want to help lower your cholesterol, reach for the miracle bean.
Eat something that tastes great as well. I love burgers, and I see you brought some burgers in here. Soybean in this?
Well, you can buy soy burgers, but what I'm showing here are beef burgers because so much of what is produced, I mean, several million metric tons of soybeans go into the production of animal feed. Most of what is produced goes into animal feed. So for poultry production, livestock production, that feed goes into to feed these animals, and then you get the end result with a beautiful burger for the grill.
And much different tasting if it's coming from something else.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So this natural product, the bean, is perfect.
And finally, we just want to mention one more time, these chips.
Well, there's so many of these kinds of things out there. Chips, I love them. They're made from the dried bean, and it's a nice alternative to a really high-fat potato chip or something like that.
Which are easy to snack on as well. Where can you find those?
Well, you can get these at Fresh Market or at Kroger. I mean, this is the great thing, Chris. So much of this soy product is now ubiquitous. We find it in the mainstream everywhere, and people really ought to reach for it if they're trying to, you know, lower their weight, live a little healthier life, and you know, this summer is a good time to start that.
Great to see this business expanding, especially since it has such a big home here in Arkansas.
Oh, it's just it's so heartening to me to see our farmers producing food on a global basis, and you know, providing so much bounty to the nation and the world. Yeah,
fantastic. Well, we do want to mention that we have linked P. Allen's website to ours. Go to KATV.com. Also, you can get a look at his book right there. I think we talked about last time. This just came out this past year.
It did. That is my cookbook, and folks can find that at Wordsworth here or Barnes & Noble, or get it on Amazon. And you know, I love to cook, and the edamame, we're growing edamame in my garden out there, and we love it. It is so good. There's so many things to make with those fresh soybeans.
They are fantastic. A little salt and a little soy. It definitely helps out a lot.
You and Melinda enjoy these for the rest of the day.
We will. We come back anytime, because you always bring some great food in here,
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. We'll be back with more in a moment.